How do you see students' personal reflections with their artwork shaping your instruction?
So we journal before a little bit so they can list out or they can draw their ideas. And I always have it based on their interests. So that way they can pull from things like of their personal lives. It's all very different, and then they hopefully enjoy the project more.
Perfect, yeah, that's great. What strategies, because obviously we can observe how you communicate with families in a lesson, so how do you communicate with families, and then is there anything you'd like to do to communicate with families more?
I always do everything through Google Classroom. I like to post all the projects on there so they can post everything on there to take it home immediately. And then if parents haven't seen it, they can see a picture of all their stuff. And then also with every project, there's like a rubric so they can kind of see.
Yeah,
That's all my communication.
Perfect. Looking ahead, is there any way that you would want to include technology or digital resources more in lessons? I know it's hard with art because everything's pretty.
Yeah, I let them look up ideas on the computers because it gets them started sometimes.
Yeah.
Now there's a lot of copying, but I think that's okay at this level.
Yeah.
Because it kind of gives them confidence to kind of make their own thing, I guess.
In what ways do you plan to continue fostering their collaborative discussions and understanding?
Like a debrief. So kind of going through and doing like a gallery walk, and I let them talk and look at them, and they like their friends or they don't, or whatever, stuff like that.
Perfect. So we have choice PD. Is there any professional learning areas that you're currently interested in that strengthen your instructional practices?
Honestly, I follow art teachers on Instagram.
Yeah,
a lot.
It's a super helpful tool.
Yeah. Especially teachers that have been teaching a lot longer than I have, because they're like, oh yeah, that didn't work, don't do that.
Yeah.
Or like, here's an idea, try it, see how it works in your class. And then just like certain artists.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Okay, so some areas of strengths that I observed in your lesson. Obviously we follow Nebraska standards, so they're slightly different than what we're used to. But some of it is really similar. So enhancing academic performance. You did a great job of reinforcing what the students were already doing, of encouraging them, working with differentiation. I know you have that one class that has quite a few kids that are higher need. So making sure that you're meeting the needs of all students, you're doing a great job. And then your classroom management, obviously you have to have great procedures and expectations in here, and that's clear through the kids' cleanup process and how smooth that is run. Do you have any questions of strengths?
No.
All right. Areas of improvement. So one of our district goals is just communicating with parents. So is there anything besides Google Classroom you would want to improve on with improving?
Maybe sending out something at the beginning of every pent.
Oh yeah, pens are hard. Yeah.
Yep. Just to tell parents what we're doing, because I feel that there's a combination of parents and students that don't look at Google Classroom.
Yeah.
But something like that, like a newsletter, not a lot of words, but more like kind of visual stuff.
I think that's great, especially because we all know they get in the car and don't tell them anything they did all day. So, okay, and then with planning, obviously we always have the group of kids that don't want to participate. So is there anything that you see as a goal for yourself to kind of push those students to be more engaged?
Usually I don't have a huge problem with it because I get them, we do so many different projects. Like clay is a really easy one for everyone to get involved in.
Yeah.
And since the pen is so fast, I feel like just giving them that chance to think about their interests in the project.
Yeah, helps a lot.
Yeah.
And because it's choice-based, they should be interested and engaged. And then I know you're kind of in the same boat I am, where you're an island. So how do you work to professionally push yourself, because we don't truly have a PLC like everybody else does? So with collaboration with other art teachers.
So through the middle school, we talked to some art teachers, but honestly, I feel like I use more resources in our school.
Yeah.
And just kind of adjust. As funny as it is, I feel like PE is very similar.
Yeah.
Because it's like an effort-based thing.
Yeah.
So I will ask a PE teacher some of the stuff that works for them for certain kids, things like that. our schools are so different, I think, in the middle school, so it's a little bit,
Yeah, because the dynamic of the kids and everything.
yeah, and just our class structure, and like just how our, just things
Yeah.
are just, it's a little different. I get information from them, but I feel like I get the most from like everyone here.
Yeah, because we're in the same building. Perfect. Do you have any questions about things we can work on, improve on, any of that?
I don't think so.
Okay, so there's a few more questions. So what did the students accomplish after this lesson in clay? So what kind of was the follow-up that I didn't maybe get to see in the observation?
So they had to make something that was useful,
Yeah.
right? So it could be a cup or a piggy bank or like a light holder
Yeah.
or something like that.
Perfect. What body language do you notice when students are running into issues and like questions while working? Like what is kind of your cue as you're walking around and doing like formative observation, just watching them? Like what do you look for?
When they go silent,
Yeah.
or when they just stare at the clay.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably those.
Perfect. What activities do you think fostered the high engagement that I could observe from students?
It's just constant. It's like demo, do kind of constant back and forth.
Yeah.
And they just, I don't know, clay's an easy one because I rarely, I mean it happens every once in a while, but I rarely have kids not interested in it.
Yeah. As you think about the lesson, what are you most proud of and what will you definitely be using again?
Some of the students that don't really like art necessarily, but then are really proud of their clay.
Yeah.
So that one, and then what was the second question?
What would you use again?
I always like demo and then them go like the constant because it's exciting to work with clay, but sometimes when you haven't worked with it, it's overwhelming.
Yeah.
So.
What are some strategies that could work for giving more students an opportunity to answer in class? So we'll have the students who like hands up right away, but then the students who don't necessarily want to volunteer.
Always the wait time.
Yeah.
I feel like more start to with the wait time.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like I've done popsicle sticks, the class goes so fast.
Yeah.
I feel like that time, especially with clay or things like that. So usually if I get them up moving and I have them like, okay, if you agree with this, go to this side, stuff like that.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Is there anything you would have done to increase student engagement during like collaboration time between students?
Maybe more like change my prompts, like my question prompts.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just to suit, depends on the class, so kind of navigate that a little bit because they're not all classes are so different.
This one kind of goes same thing. What would you do differently overall to positively impact the lesson? Is there anything you would change?
Honestly, not at this stage.
Yeah.
I feel like I've tweaked it a lot, so probably not yet, but I'm sure I will.
The pen's help because there's 5 times to try it and learn from it and move along. Is there any support you need from me as your evaluator to continue work on areas of improvement?
I think I'm okay.
Okay, alright. Okay, so going forward, what is your plan for improvement? Like what is one thing that you think can align with district goals or building goals you would really like to focus in on and maybe try to improve on or grow in?
Oh, just working on individual classes.
Yeah.
Because I can teach the same thing a million times, but just different classes need different things, or different times of year.
Yeah.
Bringing in different stuff for fun.
Yeah.
Like this time of year, we can go outside for certain things. Obviously, in the winter, we can't really do that.
Yeah.
So stuff like that.
Perfect. Perfect. I agree. I think that just switching it up I think is our big goal, teaching the same thing all day every day and just improving and tweaking for each of those individual classes.
Yeah.
Well, great job. Do you have any questions for me?
I do.